Well, hello folks, and welcome back to the United Galactic Soviets. We are still a vassal of the Tumor state. I asked you for your opinion or some tips on what I should do next after our last playthrough, or not playthrough, I'm sorry, episode, yes. And some tips were sort of useful, but some were not, basically because you just told me, oh yeah, you need to become free of the Tumor state. Yeah, that's the point. The question was how, and not just declaring a war. We can't declare war right now, right? The question is, when do we declare war? How do we build up? Where do we expand? That was the sort of thing I wanted. But in the meantime, since we last recorded, it seems like Stellaris has had an update. And maybe it was a bug before, but consumer goods is much heavier now, so we might have to decrease the species. If we go species, there's set rights, and then we will probably have to where is it? Living standards. Go from utopian abundance to just decent living standards, or whatever it is, because at the moment we are spending 2 consumer goods per pop. Of course, their happiness is great, which means they give us more stuff, but we are draining a lot of resources, which is sort of annoying. Also, this playthrough is just really annoying me. I mean, we've only played 140 years, but we've been a vassal of these guys forever, and it's just so difficult to declare independence, right? Because these guys have, what, a defensive tank with a bunch of people, and they're so powerful. So I don't really know what to do. If I could, I would restart, but we are so far in that we need to sort of watch this play out. What would be interesting, though, is maybe leaving the game running for a while, see what happens, and try to pick it up from there. Because I'm just sort of, you know, I wasn't used to, and I wasn't expecting the advanced AI to be so advanced, because Stellaris used to be an easy game a year ago. I've gone ahead and raised the tax for all the sectors here. That sort of helps us with our economic situation, but I'm afraid it might not be enough. The borders have been opened. This is interesting. So yeah, basically this new patch might actually help us out, because things are looking, oh yeah, this is, I think there were some bugs in it, at least diplomatically, right? They're also a vassal of the Tumor state, so there's no actual reason for them to block me. And what is this? You are guaranteeing the independence of these guys, and you are those guys, and you guys are friendly to us, right? Also, again, some people suggested I form a sort of federation of some sort to attack the Tumor state, but again, a paradox needs to flush out the diplomacy in Stellaris, because I became a tributary state so that the Tumor state wouldn't attack me, but that also meant that I sort of I thought it was a temporary thing, right, like in EU4, but it's also blocked me from being able to do any diplomatic things with anyone else other than trade deals and insults and wars. So I can't do any, like, I can't ally myself with anyone else in order to attack the Tumor state. I'll just have to wait until they sort of collapse in on themselves, or we become more powerful. Thing is, if we become more powerful, they also become more powerful. That's sort of my dilemma. If you look at this, our subject tax is 148 minerals per month, so that's pretty insane. Oh, totally forgot, we have droids as well. Let's allow them to do full military service, of course, and impoverished conditions. No, we'll raise them to decent living standards, along with I'm gonna demote everyone to the same sort of thing. A xenomorph army and xeno cavalry, that's pretty cool. Tile blockers. Ooh, this only takes 10 months. Naval capacity plus 10%. Biolab 3. Ooh, ecological adaptation. Wait, allows us to terraform inhabited planets. That's interesting. I'm gonna go for that, actually. Also, our economy was saved by doing this thing. The only issue that I see is that in the future we might get pops rebelling because of it, which would be really, really, really annoying. Ooh, new weapons. Apparently the scientists in this primitive world over here, what stage are they in? They are in the machine age. We have designed weapons for them, and now they're uniting their planet. This is intolerable. They have increased their pace. Let's pause here. And wait, no, maybe they jumped to machine age now. Also, our economy is now in an actually sustainable situation. Maybe my whole utopian idea of giving everyone utopian living standards was a little bit too much, and sort of what's dragged us back, perhaps, because we've always been very low on resources. But now we could actually like build a battleship every 10 months, which isn't bad, right? 16 months. No, yeah, 10 months. That's not too bad. Also, we've been sort of technologically behind because we have grown so fast. Most states are actually ahead of us technologically. But again, once we settle down, I think this is sort of our greatest expanse at the moment. We're really going to focus on trying to get some more science out of the regions. Monthly terraforming gases to you for 30 years and 2,000 energy credits. I mean, it's very cheap. At least it's a lot better than the AI was trying to give me before. But, you know, since you are my friend, I think it's not a bad idea to strengthen you. I'm going to go ahead and get a research agreement. It's quite expensive here, but they have 19, 14, and 19 other technologies that we haven't researched for 30 years. I think it's worth it. Oh, it seems like our chairman has passed away at the age of 103. I do not have enough influence to vote for anyone though, so we're gonna abstain and just hope for the best here. Destroy a build cost, that's pretty nice. Minerals plus 10, that's very nice. But we'll see. Agenda, scientific leap, perfect. That's actually perfect. Because, you know, that's sort of what we need to do here. Greetings, humans. As you know, we, Thimoid, are dedicated to the study and conservation of all forms of life in the galaxy. We have studied your species and determined that the United Galactic Soviets is unlikely to last for more than a few centuries at best. Well, I think you're right about that, but to ensure the continuation of the human species, should the worst befall your empire, we would like to acquire a part of your population for our endangered species preserve. We will construct a special reservation that perfectly mirrors the natural habitat of your species, and its population will be very well taken care of and protected from all harm. So you need not worry on their behalf. So, what do you say? Will you contribute to our preserve and safeguard the future of your species? 120 months, that's 10 years of minus 10% happiness. Or, they will be displeased and will say no. The fact that they are close to us, though, in fact they border us, you know, I don't want to displease them, so I'm gonna take the happiness hit. I know our empire might well collapse, but at least our species will survive. Oh wow, they've actually opened the borders. That's fantastic, thank you. Galactic bureaucracy sounds interesting, but now we actually have a technology where we could potentially terraform the planets that we already own. Takes a long time though, depending on the thing you're gonna do. Like, let's take this desert planet for example. I mean, it's not really necessary for us because we have the pops that can sustain it, but basically, yeah, 3,000, that's what, a long time. A very long time. But we need climate restoration in order to do a planet we don't own yet, so that's what we're looking for. A cybernetic revolution. The cybernetic conversion process has been completed. All of our citizens now have been equipped with neural implants and basic cybernetic suites. The infrastructure is also in place to gradually modify any new citizens that are born within our nation, so that they can experience all the benefits of technology from an early age. Henceforth, our species shall be known as human Claris. Alright, this is very interesting. I've never done this before. Let's go species. Aha, human Claris. This is... Wait, did that just merge together our two human groups? Ooh, habitability plus 20%. Minerals, oh my god, that's amazing. But that's, yeah, okay, communal, continental preference. I think my other humans seem to have disappeared. That's not very good at all. Don't we have another human species somewhere? Yeah, I think my tundra or Arctic preference people seem to have disappeared, but their habitability went up by 20%, so it's fine. They're okay with their situation. Sentient AI, I think that sounds very interesting. Although capacitor fields, rare technology, ooh, well, I think sentient AI is what we need, because that's our plan. The wonders of audio. Yes, from here on, my audio seems to have cut off, but I'm gonna try to comment and say what happened here. I can actually not see what's going on that much, but basically, some people wanted to trade or something. I don't remember. Whatever. What's this? Right. Technology. God damn it, I can't do anything. Let me actually see if I can make this better. So, as far as I can see, civilization. Oh right, we encountered a civilization, and okay, these guys were really cool. So there's this ring world, this ancient ruin of this ring world, and in each of the 4 sections, or is it 5? I don't remember. 4, I think. We found primitive civilizations. That was really awesome. So that was pretty cool. I think what we had before was some colonization tech or climatic adaptation, so we could finally terraform. And then the other guys were just asking for star charts, and I decided to be quite nice to them. Oh well. Let's see what's going on. We're probably out of sync already because I've been moving around, but hopefully this is not too bad. It's better than no sound at all. That would be terrible, right? Jesus Christ. I can't believe this happened to me. And it's the worst, because I'm recording and I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be the best episode ever. And it doesn't happen. Because my computer just decides, hey, no, the audio is not going to work. Also... Yes, yeah, no, but it's basically my microphone. It's a great microphone. It's a Blue Snowball, and people complain a lot about it, but it has great audio for the price. The problem is that with the years, and this microphone is almost, what, 3 years, no, not 3, 4, almost 4 years old now, just over 3 actually, and in time, the connection between the wire and the actual microphone stops, or it starts glitching out. Thing is, I've always thought it was the wire, so I've changed the cable once or twice, thinking, oh yeah, it's the cable glitching somewhere. But no, it's not the cable, it's the actual microphone connection. It's inside the microphone, so there's not really much you can do about it. And considering its price tag, eventually I'll probably get another microphone. In fact, this might be an interesting time to announce that I'm getting a new computer. I might make an update video about that, but it's gonna be an awesome rig. And here we are choosing a new tradition. Sorry, we've got to skip over to the game again, because we finished off Harmony, and then it took us like hundreds of months to get a new thing. So here I'm just explaining why I think prosperity is the one that we should go for. Diplomacy is all nice and cool. We can form federations and stuff, but again, we are a tributary of the evil Tumbator state, so we can't really form a federation, unfortunately. Or discovery, kinda too late for that. We've already discovered the entire galaxy. even though we have to do that eventually. The domination, also really cool if we were independent and had vassals, but no, we don't have vassals, we are a vassal. I really feel like the Stellaris UI needs to be reworked so that I know what I'm getting into when I click become tributary. I really thought it was sort of like Europa Universalis. Maybe I've probably already said this a million times, but yes, we're going for prosperity because building cost and ship cost goes down, and then there's like the extra amazing things. But really, I'm just interested. Oh, this was really cool. So the progenitors wanted us to give, or they gave us free stuff, I think, after we gave them a free pop, or a pop from our species. Of course, every pop in our empire or communist collective was sort of upset. But yes, governing ethics shift. So this is something really interesting. Again, I haven't played Stellaris since last year, and I had no idea that you could actually get your government ethics to shift. So basically, if you have a faction that has a certain amount of ethics and you promote them, over time those ethics will spread, and eventually your government will actually become of that ethic. So that's really interesting. You know, maybe we could move on from militarist. I mean, I chose militarist, but actually no, militarist is nice, but it's also not nice. I don't know, it's just this whole vassal thing is really annoying me. But you'll see that once we get to the end of the episode. I'm actually quite happy about our situation. We won't become independent, don't worry. Or rather, be upset. Yes, we won't be independent, but I think we'll have moved on from a fleet of like 17,000 or 17,000 strong to much stronger. Also, I just checked the Engels planet, one of my crown jewels that we lost to the Tenderzum Pious Confederacy, and all our pops were enslaved. Also, I decided to start researching the synths because it was time. Again, we're materialists, so it's not really a problem, and all our pops are actually sort of, you know, a mix between robots and stuff. And here I actually discovered you can, since we're militarists, because I thought you had to be xenophobic or whatever it is the ethic is to invade a primitive planet, but no, you can actually just be militarist and you can spend 30 influence and land armies on planets and make them yours. So that was like, oh my god, I'm totally doing this. So I started just spamming that throughout our empire, just to build tall, because we need planets. I know I kept saying that no, we have too many pops, it takes more, but basically it's pretty nice. Oh yeah, and then the ethics already start changing to the government ethics, so there's no downside to invading a planet. They become unhappy for a while, but whatever, they'll come to understand and be happy about our presence, right? Yeah, but imagine though, like being a late medieval age, you've seen strange things in the stars sometimes moving around, and then suddenly one day these super awesome enlightened aliens come down from the skies and tell you to, hey, you're joining us, and then you throw armies at them, but they're like, no, we're here to liberate you, you dumbass, please stop. But yeah, no, it's so it was a pretty cool thing, first time I did that. And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, this one was an industrialized planet, I think, so I had to build a few more armies just to make sure, because they had a little bit higher morale damage than others. And xenomorph armies I've had for a while, but they take a whole year to build. Although, I mean, if we're at war, I am probably going to just use a bunch of xenomorph armies. There's no actual downside to it, which is sort of disappointing, because you'd think that, right, a xenomorph army, I know we're space aliens and shit, but it should have downsides. Like, it's a great unit, but maybe they could rebel, they could go rogue or something. It's just a little bit disappointing that because otherwise, like, what's the point of having any other sort of unit present? I feel. The military system could definitely be improved. But yes, here I was also looking, because we received these planets, and they rebelled to us, I think, or they were given by us in a peace treaty when the Tumator state attacked the guild, and they have unrest because they're unhappy about their situation, and I'm like, yeah, but you were liberated to your home, like, state, right? Why are you unhappy? I can't, and I couldn't really do much about their situation. I couldn't actually, I don't know, whatever. They had unrest, and it's not really that much of a problem. Yeah, so that's the commerce guild that I was talking about. It's really annoying, because we're in mid-game, sort of, and, you know, before, maybe I should have really just turned off advanced starts. I'm not doing that again. Advanced starts were stupid, and I'm going on my promise of doing hyperlanes in the future if I ever play Stellaris again, because hyperlanes are obviously so much better. I don't know why I went for non-hyperlanes. Hyperlanes are just superior. Yes, you can be boxed in more, but you don't have to actually like chase around the enemy. You just have to fortify certain strategic locations, and you know they can't just like jump into you anywhere. So I mean, obviously that everyone attacking each other. Also, I noticed there was a pretty big war going on, because I think it was the Tumator state. No, it was the Reshethi Empire attacked some people here, and they were protected by a bunch of other people. The Tumator state, of course, went in and declared war on the other guys who were our friends. They are our friends, but we... Oh, what was this? Yes, we received a bunch of minerals, and I sort of declined that because it's the Tumator state. I don't want them to terraform more stuff. And finally, we actually went ahead and terraformed Mars, or started the process rather. It's a lot of energy, and it takes like 20 years, but you know, it's I thought, hey, yeah, finally we can have a continental Mars. Gaia creation sounded pretty cool, but very long research time, so I'm just gonna do the basic stuff, Frontier Clinic, because that's what I feel in Stellaris is sort of weird. I know that it gets cheaper with time, but it feels like certain techs are locked from being opened unless you have the other previous techs, right? So you have to sort of build on that chain, which is sort of really annoying sometimes. End of the... yes, the cooperative was basically destroyed. They exist, but they're very much smaller, and when the Tumator state attacked them, what impressed me was like, they gave me territory. I got star systems, and most of them actually, or maybe one or two, whatever, it doesn't matter. I also got a new colonizable region, so obviously I went ahead and made a sector for it, and oh, I also got the other guys up north, which were the original war deck thing, because the Tumator state attacked the little enclave that was within them, that had rebelled from them, and then the guys to the east had actually protected them. So that's what happened there. And I also realized, hey, I forgot to make robots, or synths rather, independent, or not independent, so full citizenship. And since we're materialists, there's no, of course I'm gonna do them that, or let them do that. We don't actually have that many factions that dislike us. I mean, there are certain pops, but in relation to the rest of the Empire, it's fine. Also, I think the utopian thing, living standard for all our population, was a little bit ambitious to start with, because it definitely drained a lot of our economy. And here, I'm naming our new system that we're colonizing, or a new planet, after one of my patrons, high tier patrons, who just started actually donating, and his name is Danny Good, or Danny Good, or Good. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. He's Swiss, but I decided to join the things or the names together, so it just look cool or sound better. If you want, of course, then donate on Patreon. I can rename star systems, rename ships, whatever you want. I can actually, now in Stellaris you can actually rename leaders, so I'm even up to doing that. But yes, so that is basically it, I think. And again, we're out of sync, so I don't know how far ahead I'm talking. But yes, again, our situation definitely improved a lot. Our economy in a much better situation. The Tumor Store state is feeding us. Like, I think territorially we're probably the biggest empire if we consider our exclaves to the south and even the one in the north, or we have 3 in the north, but whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. I hope you forgive me for the audio issues, and I'll see you next time. This has been Game Gabster. Farewell.